Hello. Great to see ya. Doing something a little different today. Um, yeah, doing something different today. And hopefully it will all flow as it's supposed to, I dare say. I'm just going to give people a chance to come in while I get ready. Not that, you know, there's anything wonderfully fantastic happening here, but it's happening. Just trying to set up my phone so I can look at the chat. My computer's a little far away. And that's my story. I'm sticking to it. I would like very much for a sound check. If you could let me know you can hear me all right, that would be awesome. Hi, Laradox. Good to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. I am still setting up a little bit. And by that, and I'm still working on some things here. There we go. And I can go back to that. Take that off. How are you today? Thank you, Laradox. I do appreciate letting me know you can hear me. I always wonder about that because I'm using a wireless microphone. Hey, evening. Hope you're having a wonderful day or evening. Michelle, good to see you. Sorry I wasn't responsive on the text messages. Um, I was doing my dinner. I was doing the dog's dinner. And Laradox, I'm going to say no. I have moderators for my live streams. I do not need to add any more at this point. I do appreciate you asking, and I appreciate you being here. But I don't moderate everybody in my live streams. There's a lot more criteria that I have than that. And one of these days I might share it with you. But not today, because that's not what this is about today. Give me a second here. I need to do something. Please hold for the next available customer representative. Your call will be answered in the order it was received. I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on it. I kind of forgot to share out my live stream. There are several people that I understand are busy doing things. And there we go. If you'd like to share me out on your community wall, that would be a blessing. I'd appreciate it. And hey, RB, how are ya? Jessica, hello. Hello, hello. Oh, I had. Oh, nice, RB. You're on your way home. I appreciate you, by the way. We're going to take a bus ride with RB. I'm doing good, RB. I'm tired. I got very little sleep last night, but I had a lot of energy today. So I feel good. I look like crap. Well, in my opinion. Let me see. Oh, give me a minute. I'll bring myself up in a moment. Um, we have a town-wide garage sale Friday and Saturday of this week, and I have a lot of things that I need to get done. Besides me wanting to do live streams and do videos every week, that's what I want to do. And the project I had for scroll sawing tonight, I ran into some problems with it because there were some things I wanted to do prior to the live stream, and it didn't go as well as I would have liked it to. Having said that, I said, you know what? I'm just going to show you all the stuff that I have made in the last 7 months, if I still have it, that is. And a lot of the stuff that I have made, I haven't finished, which is why I'm starting to get into actually finishing this stuff. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Love you too, man. So anywho, hi, Zed. Good to see you. I am going to show a lot of the work that I've done in the last 6 months, what I still have and haven't sold. Some of it I have sold and made more, actually, yeah, and made more. Don't mind the sound of plastic. I keep all this stuff enclosed. I don't like this. There's some of these I really just don't like. All right, let's get this party started. So my laptop is a small laptop, and it's about 5 feet away from me. So if I do anything crazy, hi. If I do anything crazy, it's because the laptop is 5 feet away from me. All right, I'm in the picture. There we go. Don't mind the hair. I had to bandana it because I washed it, and it is unruly, totally unruly. So the first three pieces I have here, I know you've seen them. This is the most recent one here. And I really like words like that. This is a horse I did that I'm not real super fond of. It cut well, don't get me wrong, but I wasn't real fond of how it turned out. To me, it looks like there's something missing in details. So I'll work on that and think about it, give it some thought to see if I can shape it a little bit better, give it a little more clarity on the actual head. I forgot how I was going to do this. This is going to be a whole darn mess. Now, some of these, I never put a finish on them. And when I took the pictures, that way. When I took the pictures, I put a background on a blue piece of paper or a different color piece of paper. But this is actually raw wood that I have not finished yet. And some of these I don't want to sell because I really like them, but I can't keep everything. Just saying. Hope you're all having a good night. I spent a lot of time last night talking to a friend of mine, and that kind of left me a little bit wired. A lot of information, food for thought, as far as topics that we spoke about. Yeah, me too, Jessica. That one really has a, I don't remember if I showed this video or not. There's several more pieces to this. This is the only part of it that I cut. Trying to see what it looks like. Yeah, it looks pretty decent. I will finish this one. I'm glad I'm doing this tonight because I'm going to separate these, the ones that I really want to finish, and bring it to their full potential, versus just leaving them like I've been just leaving them. Excuse me. Yeah, this is going to be nice when it's done. It's another welcome sign. Um, I do have to purchase some more of this type of wood to finish it. This gets set aside elsewhere. Out of perfect. Now I know y'all saw this one before. This is one of my favorites. Oops. That's an 8-inch turntable, so that's not a very big piece, but it's cute as a button. All right, Zed. Wonderful. Thank you. Hope to see you soon. Yeah, a lot of these patterns that are made, Steve Good makes them. Emmett Owens is another one. Uh, I did a few others that I named, but I can't remember the names. And I have to say that there's a lot of talent that goes into making these patterns as well. Where do I hang what? Where do I hang the birdie plaque? Now, the pretty butterfly, okay, wherever you want to hang it, Jessica. I understood what you meant. You don't have to do it twice. Wherever you want to hang it. Some people have sunrooms. Other people have, their own personal space where they want to look at things. It all depends on, every one of these pieces is somebody's going to look at it going, and they're going to know exactly where they want to hang it. You know what I mean? They'll just have that vibe about um, anything. I mean, I'm that way when I go grocery shop, when I go shopping, groceries. I don't know where I'm going to hang my groceries. But yeah, when I go shopping and I see something that I want to buy, absolutely, I already have it in mind of where I want to put it. I do like this butterfly though. That really was a challenge that I overcame. So I know y'all saw this one. That's unfinished. Of course, it's unfinished. But in my defense, oh, I did make two of these, and one of them is finished. This goes over my other pile. And this one is finished, minus the hardware on the back. Hi, Carl. How are you? I was pretty happy with this one. This is the first time this particular pattern was the first time that I actually did a stack cutting, which I can cut two at a time on this particular, in this case, and it turned out well. I didn't have any major issues. I was pretty excited about that. I like that blue background so much so that I mixed the paint color to get a color I want, and so I have enough to do the other one, and I'm still undecided of whether or not I want to do that or choose a different color. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that. Uh, what else? Now I did. Oh, I did do another stack cut. My bad. And I gave that one to a friend of mine because she really liked butterflies, and hers was in color. I wish I would have had the pictures ready. Hers was in color, and this one I chose to do this way. I haven't glued that on yet or finished it. That's my whole goal tonight is to go through everything and have a pile of things I have to finish and be done with it so I can sell them. But for the friend of mine, I did a purple butterfly, red rose, green leaves, and a pale blue sky background. The reason I'm debating on the coffee time is because I don't like to do things exactly the same. I like everything to be a little bit different. So I may do a different background on that. I'm not sure. Next, here's one that I know you guys haven't seen. I did film this, and this was an extremely fragile piece. I definitely want to finish this one. That goes into the finish pile. Which side's which? This way. Let's see if I can get that on the white more. There we go. That has a backing board that I have not made. I did that piece, gosh, must have been last year, December-ish. And I did have a couple of parts of it break. But again, that was early on in my scroll saw journey. And I got frustrated with it, but of course the piece is worth finishing. Most definitely. So I don't remember what the back part is supposed to look like. Although even on this round one, it looks pretty decent. Oh, Michelle, you're the best. Let's see. When I take a break from this very difficult, hard work of show and tell, Michelle sent me the picture of the butterfly that I did in color. Yeah, definitely. Definitely, Jessica. I have a lot of really good ideas in my head, but I'm still um, what's in my brain, I'm still having a hard time bringing it to reality. How about that? So that has to go into, you're going to have to hold a second because that's delicate. Don't want that to get broke. Okay. Now I know you've seen these before. And now that I am a little more confident in coloring, I am going to finish these up. Again, when I posted these on wherever I posted them, Facebook, I don't know, Instagram, I took a picture on a colored background. I'm almost thinking I might want to just hang these, that you can hang it in the window, that type of thing. This one here, anyway. Hi, Sarge. How are ya? Haven't seen you in a bit. I hope you're having a good day. Not working too hard. That's gotta get. My having the finish pile is getting awfully big. This is warped. I'll have to put that on the backing board to straighten that out. Excuse me. Yeah, I bet you're hot and tired, my friend. Isabella, good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Let's see. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. I really like this one too. I hate to give up some of these. God, that's terrible, don't you think? Now this, I know you might have seen this before. I've been doing this stuff early on with the rope hanger hanging on the wall. And while I like that, um, I don't want to do that for everything that I make. Um, but this is what I did with the rope early on because that's what I had. And then this stuff here, I'm pretty sure you've seen this before. You may not, but that's a magnet. It works out really well. It's super thin wood, lightweight, and you can kind of stick it anywhere there's metal. That was one of the first ones I did with color on the background early on, and I was I was pleased with it. What I didn't like is the wood itself. When I put the oil on it, it brought out the yellow of the pine, but it does look good because it flows together with the background color very nicely. I know you've seen all these. We'll put that somewhere else now. Hold that thought. Nice. Now, before I did the scroll saw thing, I started with a router. And thank you, Sarge. Um, and I did okay with it. Here, let me put this here. I did okay with it. They worked out well, but it was a lot of work. Let me put it that way. I did make several more that I sold, but there's really not a lot of profit in it unless I can streamline it and, you know, I got another one of that. it just is not worth the effort for what little money I would have gotten from it. And then I did that. So I did sell several of these. Um, and that's that, I say. But once again, the rope. But the people that did buy these were really happy with them. They had a place in mind that they wanted to keep them or put them. Before I even started doing the router, I was making stuff like this. Get this out of the way. Little mini crates. You can put candles in it, glass candles, plants. Those I enjoyed making. I know it's not scroll saw. Thank you, Jessica. Oh, I got a whole glory full of a mess here. Let me organize for a moment. Put this back. This next piece is also an early piece. It was actually the first time that I used the hardware on the back because I happened to have one. I don't know how the lighting is going to be on that. Let me see. That looks all right, I guess. That was a challenge. Because that was an early piece that I had done. Medic, good to see you. So glad you came in. So that's an early piece as well. Yeah. This is an early piece. This pattern was supposed to be for like a lantern style box. And I just cut out this part because this is the part I liked. And I did this with it. I know, Medic. You're my little stalker. I love you. Now, I think I told you before I bought the more expensive saw, I first had a very cheap scroll saw, but I was able to do this with it. But I couldn't. Hi, Mark. I wasn't able to do any finer cutouts in the center because that older style scroll saw had pins on either end of the head. And so the holes had to be quite large in order to cut the insides out. And we're talking way back October-ish that I did that. Uh-oh. My crate's falling apart. Huh. And then I have this style crate, which is just a smaller version of the other one. They're quite simple to make, you know. And like I said, all this stuff I made prior to doing the scroll saw work. I was just starting to how do you say it? Get my feet wet with woodworking again. Try to find the path I wanted to go on, and Then I started doing these, which are various different style soap dishes. I don't know how well you can see them. These are fun to make. It's all router work. I have a bunch of them, but they're all the same. So I'm just going to throw on different styles. The idea is when you have, hello, Masha. When you buy homemade soaps, it's really important to have drainage for them so that when you're done using it, it drains and the soap dries and hardens. And that is something that um, a lot of the soap dishes that you buy, the holes are so small that you don't get proper drainage. And that's that. Let me put these back. I sold about 30 of these already. This is what I have left. I stopped making them as I moved on, trying to figure out what I wanted to do with the woodworking path. And of course, my favorite, they do look like chocolate bars. Let me get that centered. Let me get that centered. There you go. That's the last one I made. And it wasn't for anybody. I made it because I got tired of having to make one because somebody wanted one. So I figured I'd have one made and ready to go for the next time someone had an interest in it. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. I think a lot of the stuff that I've been doing, I know, Michelle, there's no doubt about that. Yes, Sarge. Yes, Sarge. Damn it, what? What's the problem? Sarge, what's the problem? Well, I'm sorry. Let me get back to that. Is this the one you're referring to? I know what I forgot to do. Work with me, Sarge. Is this the one you're referring to? Where do you send the money? Well, oh, give me a moment. It was another one of those things I forgot to do. Allow me to unforget. Please hold. Come on now. Okay, I haven't done that in a long time. There we go. Uh-huh. Yes, I would imagine that that's true. Medic. All right. Gotta set that one aside. Over yonder there. All right. Know anything about moonflowers? Yeah. Okay, Michelle. I'm so glad you're asking for a friend because I have no clue. And it ain't me you ask. Well, yeah, ask. You're asking for me. Sarge, I put my email address on the ticker. Um, Shoot me an email, and we'll go from there. But before you insist on that one, you might want to wait that out a little bit. Let me take this out of here. I have not finished this one yet. So how do I want to do this? We're going to go like that. Thank you, Mark. That. And that. I never finished this one yet either. Undecided on colors and how to do it. And that set up there, once it's glued together, goes into, move aside, this piece here, once it's glued, and it's a standalone. Allow me to come on now. And this is what it would look like glued together. But again, it's early on. I did all these projects and I never finished them. That's why I'm trying to do that now. So that's that one. And it gives it that shadow box effect. Like that. I don't know. Um, no, Michelle. If you're talking about this wolf that I just put up, Medic, I have to add color so you see the depth and the detail because um, without that, you don't have that 3D effect. That's for the layers. Now, an older one that I have done, I gotta finish this. This goes into I have to finish pile. Allow me to go to the finish pile. There we go. Now this one here was, the wood itself was just garbage wood that I bought dirt cheap on eBay. So that whole thing, that right there, I kind of actually hated it. Oh, I won't argue with you, Medic. Yes, Medic. Yes, dear. Oh, is that one of those yes, dear moments? Yes, dear. I think that's one right there I should probably just give away because I don't like it. Okay, I'm done there. Put this back. Oh, I hit something on my browser. And of course, these little 3D things, which I think are kind of cool. I'm just going to lay them down because I don't have a camera set up. Now, okay, did you see the finished one that I put up, or were you not in the chat yet? Thank you, Masha. That's one of the two that I finished, Medic. I haven't put the hardware on the back to hang it on the wall yet. Yeah, I understand. I kind of wish I could have slept. I did lay down, but I wasn't able to sleep. All right. I'll set that aside for you, Sarge. I do have one more Medic if you are interested, and I just didn't finish it yet. It would look just like this if this is what you like. And it's in my pile of stuff to finish. Just haven't done it yet. Thank you, Sarge. I was really happy with how that turned out. I love the color background, everything. It just popped. Up goes the weasel. All right. Okay. What I'll do, Medic, is I'll finish that one first. Um, if you notice, I got a whole stack right there of stuff I got to finish. I'm piling them up. That's why I'm doing this. I need to get this stuff finished and ready to go. So this is my man Serge. The other coffee one is my man Medic. Let me take that from there. And so Medic is you as well. My email is scrolling across the bottom on the ticker. Shoot me an email and we'll work it out. Because once I have an address, then I'll know how much it is to ship from me to you. You do understand that I can't pay the shipping. I'm poor, but I know you've mentioned that before that wasn't a problem. I made another one of these. This is the second one I made. Trying to get it centered in the screen. Yeah, I know you can. You mentioned that before when you said you wanted the coffee one. Oh, funny. Yeah, I'll pass. I have my favorite coffee mugs. Okay, that cross is painted with the mirror effect. It's hard to show it here. But in person, it looks pretty decent. Yeah, that's a pearlesque paint on the background. And then I have this on the back. That's me right there, my signature coin. And I got to admit, this next one here is totally my fave. I was pretty happy with this. My lighting sucks, guys, so I hope you don't mind, but it is what it is. Yep. I'm not, thank you, Sarge. That goes there. Now these here, this kind of thing, those are fun to make, but they're difficult to make because it's super thin. I only stuck a piece of paper on the back of that. I probably should have glued it on better, but that's actually for me. But they're by design to be. Hey, medic, that sounds great. Maybe I'll have a friend of mine make me that pattern. Uh-huh. You know that's so true. By the way, just add beer, just add whiskey. That's very very true. And then I'm looking at this is another one that I cut, threw some color on it, and didn't like it after that. Although it looks decent there. Maybe I should put that type of background on it. That looks pretty good. Huh. Let me see what this looks like this. Yeah, I like that. Okay. You know, I guess looking at it on the screen instead of me just looking at it, um, again, these are a lot of them I haven't finished. So, yeah, I have to agree, Medic. It does look good on the white. Now, here's something I made. I had an idea as a gift for someone, one of my relatives, and this part that I did was all I got done. Was that? I never finished the rest. I will eventually. He doesn't know he's getting it, so I guess it doesn't matter. But you know, as I've been doing the scrolling thing, it's kind of exciting. I'll cut this, and then I'm so excited I want to cut something else, and I want to cut something else, and I want to cut something else, and so I don't give myself time to finish some of these. So, but this is going to be a plaque that says "Kiss My Bass." As in BASS, the fish. Bass. Kiss my bass. He'll get a kick out of that. So if he's watching right now, I'm not giving that to you. I lied. Yeah, he loves fishing. Yeah, I think I did a video on this fish. It was a challenge. I had to use several different blades, similar to You know, the spiral blades, which is what I did this last video, is good for these little curvy type things. And same with this one here. A spiral blade did really good on this whole piece. It was awesome. Versus a straight blade. Oops, get out of there. A straight blade, which is what gives me these sharper, cleaner points and cuts. So I did use several blades for this piece alone, and that did work out well. But these little holes, yeah, they were terrible. But I really love this fish. I love the way it looks. Pretty. What's pretty? Is my fish pretty? Pretty fish. So some of the ones I have to finish are, as far as color, I have to put some color on that. This one I have to glue up and put the hardware on the back. This one need a backing board because it's so fragile that this will break so easily. I had already fixed something somewhere, and matter of fact, I did such a good job fixing it that I don't know where, I don't remember where it broke. And then this one, I need to do the backing board and a front piece that says welcome or something on there. I don't remember. I have to pull up the pattern. I'm so glad I did this tonight. I really need to get these finished. This eagle especially. I really like this eagle, how it turned out. Yeah, medic. I like that um, analogy or comparison. Like, for really? Yeah, I'm learning to yes, it is, but it's not. Um, if I was not going to add the rest of the pieces that go with it, I would have altered this part right here for the feather to go all the way down and actually eliminate this and make the feathers, you know, the bottom of the eagle neck. You know, I would have done that differently. I probably still could actually. Ooh, don't get me thinking about that now. Hi, Blake. How are you? Good to see you. I'm show and telling, but unfortunately, you're late. So, hey, I think I'm going to finish this eagle just the way it was supposed to be. It was a wonderful piece to cut. I can do another one and make the modifications and just make it as a standalone with nothing else, with nothing. Nothing, honey. There's a fishing for you, Blake. I went fishing. All right, these got to be done. Oh man, do I got some work to do? Holy crow. All right. Yeah. Yeah, Nitro is totally random with his lives. Well, a lot of people are. I wanted to attend a live stream. I think it was yesterday at 1 o'clock. I looked at the clock. It was 20 minutes to 1. I'm like, okay, I can do a few things. Next thing I know, it's 2:30 and I missed the darn live. I go to that channel and I just missed it by 5 minutes. I'm like, really? No, really? What the? I don't attend a lot of his live streams. Um, I can't remember why. I do show up and say hello, but a lot of his live streams I don't care for. Uh, the content, and he knows that. He knows not everybody likes what he does. I'm not being vicious, just being honest. All right, don't mind me. I am put that there, this here. Okay. Uh huh. Uh huh. Uh huh. Uh huh. Uh huh. Yes, you are. And I'm honestly not going to do that while I'm on the live stream. I hope you know that. I knew you'd love the fish, Blake. I know, I know. Okay, let me go look now. You're going to make me look. I want to make sure I got your emails. I got Sarge's. I don't know. I don't know if Medic sent one yet. No spam. Important. Nope, you're not in the important list. All right, Sarge. I will when I'm done with this live stream, I will absolutely do that. And you wanted the two that the wolf one with the rope hanger, right? Because I honestly, I think you said yip. Feisty? Fine, Shane. Okay, thank you. Um, yeah, you'd probably be better off with a drill sergeant medic. I wouldn't want to have to put you down. You know, just saying. I talk a good one. I'm a wimp. I shouldn't say that. If I can avoid conflict, I will. And right, I got that. I got that, Sarge, and the coffee sign. They're set aside for you. Medic's gonna have to wait for me to finish the other one because you were first. What did I want this for? This. Oh yeah, I avoid conflict as far as physical altercations because it just doesn't resolve anything. But I'm sorry, medic. I truly would not want to put you down. By the way, um, real sorry to hear that because I'm in a battle with my doctors right now. Oh yeah, back to physical conflict. If somebody pushes physically, let me put it this way: if somebody pulls my hair, all I can say is what happens after that is not my fault. When I see red, it's over. I there was only one or two times in my lifetime that I barely stopped soon enough. But I don't get mad like I mean I am a redhead, although my hair's not red anymore. Um, yeah, but when you pull my hair, it's not that it hurts; it just sets off some not so pleasant sirens. Yeah, sirens. I like that. There was a couple times I got in fights in high school, and I scared myself of how much damage I was capable of doing. And fortunate for me, I have a lot of older brothers that taught me well, but that doesn't mean I want to use it. So, what else we got here? I think that's pretty much it, though, for all the stuff that I have made um, so far. There are several other pieces that I sold and have not made another one of. So, can't help that. I think, in my opinion, I wouldn't mind doing more of these. These are fun. And what other one? There's a few different patterns of this, not this exact one, but with the leaf I'd like to do. I haven't done yet. So there are several different pieces that what the instant human one, Sarge? I like it. Yeah, I think early on before you guys came in, I am what am I? I'm something. I have a garage sale, town-wide garage sale, Friday and Saturday, and I wanted to organize all this stuff, all the pieces that I have to finish, and all the ones that are ready to go for the garage sale. Um, the purpose of the garage sale for me is to get rid of a lot of junk that I have, and it's not junk. It's all actually all pretty good stuff that I hang on to and no longer need to hang on to it. So these are all pieces I gotta finish. So I'm gonna have a busy week. That's why I didn't want to do a live cut tonight. Yeah, I have a gay rage sale. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, well, Sarge Masha is always silent. Um, This is the most chatty she's been in my live stream. And I'm not complaining, Masha. I understand. It's not a complaint. It's just an observation. Ah, there you go. I gotta finish these. These are done. So I have this tote over here. It's full of stuff for the gay rage sale. Yay. And this is my stack of stuff that I gotta finish and get ready for the gay rage sale. I got 1, 2, careful, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not bad. It's an even number. I like that. 10 pieces to work on this week and get them ready. Ah, yeah. Medic, you're good. Oh, that's funny. Wow, there's a lot of stuff. Holy crow. Speaking of crows, how are your crows doing, Medic? Oh, too much. Well, as long as it's just your boyfriend and not you, Medic, we're all right. Oh, man, I'm not even scrolling and I can't sit that long. Wow. Never a dull moment in my world. Did you send me an email, Medic? Nope. All right. All right. I will, what will I do? I don't know what I'm going to do. The priority is your coffee sign, though, Medic. I'm going to work on that tomorrow before I finish the other ones for the garage sale. The only reason I'm going to do what I can. If I don't get all the pieces done, it really doesn't matter. I think the idea for me is to just have some of the pieces out there, have the name out there locally, and if people something caught their eye, they may reach out to want something else. I'll refer them to my YouTube channel, my Instagram, and if there's something there that they like, then great. But this piece, okay, let me see. You go here. Hi. Um, I can't see. Let me see. This behind me. Let me see if I can get out of the way. This behind me right here is a, I don't know, 3 or 4 foot by 4 foot piece of plywood. Um, a friend of mine gave it to me to do some wood cutting with. So I painted it white today so that I can actually hang all the wall plaques for the garage sale on it. Um, and that particular board I'm going to put up behind my tables that I set up because I do not want people think they're going to bargain with my work. It's a separate from the I know. Sarge, you're hilarious. Hi. She popped up again. What the heck's with that? Hi. Oh, I'm tired. I have my bandana on because I washed my hair and it's a freaking train wreck. Ah, so that picture, that lady's gonna go away again. Bye. Besides, I'm smoking. When I'm done smoking, I can pop back up. Doesn't bother me. Anyway, yeah, I'm navigating 2 hours of sleep. Peekaboo. Oh, yeah, when I first wash my hair, it's like a frizz ball sometimes. And this was one of those times. A little slow on the take there, are ya? I like how Medic sneaks those things in. I bet you were stirring your noodles, Sarge. Yeah, I know. It's all good. Everybody's got stuff to do. Ooh, I gotta put something else up there. I don't like that. I like that. This is by far my favorite right there. By far my fave. Ooh, that sounds good, Sarge. Medic. OMG. Oh, yikes. You ain't kidding. Oh, oh no, Masha. Wow. We had some pretty nasty rainstorms come through today. And I know where you're at. It was nasty. When I saw that system going through Ontario, I'm like, dang. Anybody want to pop up? You're welcome to pop up. Wow. Yeah, when I looked at the radar this morning, because that board I showed you, I was going to paint it outside, and there was no rain in the forecast for today. So I walked into my bathroom to use the bathroom. I look at the window and it's so dark. I'm like, shoot. I open up the window. I'm going, you got to be kidding me. It was dumping out there. I'm going, well, I guess I'm not painting outside. Thunder, lightning. It was pretty nasty. And it was downpours. And that's what I saw for up through Canada. But nothing showed up here. But, it decided to make an appearance. Well, Sarge, you might want to give up your song career. Because usually the title is part of the lyrics. Oh my gosh. Wow. No, Sarge, I'll pass. Just go ahead and eat your noodles. Go play with your noodles, I mean. OMG. I think it's time for me to go. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, this weather has been super crazy. I got a few lawns I got to cut, and I can't cut them because it was a downpour yesterday in the middle of the day, downpour today. I mean, it needs to. Well, okay, Sarge, but when you said I'll come up and sing a few refrains, I had to decline. So if you want to come up, you're welcome to come up, but not to sing a few refrains. Let me um let me find the darn link. Um, you know what, Michelle? That was too much information. Oh. it hurts. Quit your bitching, Amy. Let's see if that worked. Oh, I don't have my earpiece in. Crap. Crap, crap. I don't have to bring you up yet. I'll be right back. Keep it clean. Well, y'all must not be in such a damn hurry to want to come up on my panel. I do not see you. So you don't have to. I'm good if you don't want to. Oh, shoot. Well, Sarge. You know what, Medic? I'm so done with politics. Um, it didn't go down like a dead lead balloon. I got it, but the crap that's okay. I'm not going to go there. I'm just so done with it. Who did you expect it to be, Sarge? You know, we got people talking about noodles and pepperonis and super beef burritos. There you go, Sarge. You got that right. Who did you think he would choose? Because I don't follow any of that stuff. I probably wouldn't even know the name if you gave it to me. This is dinner time for everybody. Dagon, good to see you. Oh, okay. Okay, Sarge. I was wondering if you were going to make an appearance. I haven't seen you in a little bit, Dagon. I hope you've been well. I didn't get a chance to watch your video yet. Yeah, I spoke with a friend in Australia, and it was quite interesting what was all over his news too. I don't know him either. Excuse me, Michelle, but I like hearing what other people think first, and then when I do my homework, what minimal homework I'm going to do, um, then I have a greater understanding of why people have the take they have on somebody. All I know is something's going to hit the fan very soon, and it's not going to be what people expect. We will be blindsided. Well, I won't be, but we will be blindsided for most of Americans. Too many of them have their head in the sand as it is. How you doing, Dagon? All I got was a hello, but you're not responding to me. Dagon, buddy, how are you? There you go, Michelle. Yeah, when I went into the house and came back out, I have my other phone running in the house, so I was watching the chat. I was watching you guys. But then I grabbed coffee. I'm going, oh, coffee, that works. Yay me. Okay, this is what I got to say about that. They all fly by the seat of their pants and they don't think about Jack Diddley squat. And that there is my story. I'm sorry, Dagon. And I understand. I don't like to get too deep into it because I just don't want to be specific on my thoughts. Well, medic, I try not to get too specific in politics or world affairs because it is a touchy, sensitive subject for a lot of people, and it's not that's not what I want to do. It's not my goal. I try to stay more generic because I'm just not specific enough. I don't have an opinion one way or the other as far as I do, but I don't share it. Sarge, it didn't go too in depth, and I thank you for that, and I'm sorry as well. I truly, you know, it's I can't do anything about it. Um, if I felt it was going too far into the wheel, I would have put a stop to it myself, and I didn't feel it went that far. So, but he knows I apologize, and that's all I can do. It's not like it's my channel and I'm wham wham whang. Um, I'm not that person. Um, sometimes, you know, actually, Jessica's aware of that. I was in her live stream and there was conversation going on the first 15 minutes of her live stream, and I was there, but I wasn't listening because I didn't want any part of it. Good morning, Roland. How is the day after your birthday? Do you feel older? Are you feeling it? Did you get all kinds of birthday presents and stuff? It's cold. I know, right? Oh, I'll, Sarge, you didn't do anything wrong. Like I stated already, if I felt it went too far, I would have put a stop to it and I would have asked you kindly to stop. I was fine with how it was going. It wasn't, you know, it's all good. Poker Rossi, hello. I think I had more of a problem if to be honest with you, I had more of a problem with the off-color jokes than I did with the political conversation. So I'm always very interested in what people think, but not too in depth. I mean, it was fine. Poker. First day back to work, Poker. How are ya? It's all good, Sarge. If I'm not on a live stream, I'm all about that kind of humor. Well, good thing, Roland. I'll take note of that. Masha's in the house. Everybody's eating poker, Rossi. Masha's got something going on, and Sarge is playing with his. I mean, eating noodles, and Michelle is playing with her pepperonis. I mean, making pepperoni or something, pizza. They're all doing something. It's all food related, though. It's kind of creepy. Oh, and there's beef burritos going on as well. That sounds good to me right now. Yeah, I understand that, Poker Rossi. Beef burritos, yum. Yum, 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 yum. Oh. As always, I appreciate you coming, Poker Rossi. Don't work too hard. It was great fun to be on your and Medic's live streams last week in the mornings. I have to admit, I missed it. I truly missed you guys this morning and yesterday morning. The early mornings are when I have the most time to sit and hang in a live stream. Were they live this morning? I didn't see it. No way. Oh, funny. Let me look. I did not see that. No way. Who was live this morning? Nuh-uh. I'm getting tired of not getting notifications, I have to tell you. Yeah, no. Okay. I'm not going nuts. Would appreciate it if y'all hit the like button, by the way. No, they weren't live. I missed it. Having them live all last week, um, yeah. So yesterday morning and this morning, it's like, damn it, they're not live. I think Poker Rossi should retire and just go live with Medic every morning for the rest of the duration of all of our lifetimes. Oh, funny, Roland. Yeah, I am that kind of girl. I do hold grudges. Let me go back over. Yeah. There we go. What you see is what you get. Amy's tired. Tired. Just One Sue, thank you for coming in. So good to see you. I am so I wasn't able to fall asleep until 5 o'clock in the morning this morning. Yeah, about that. Now I set my alarm for 7 in the morning, which is rare that it even goes off because I'm always up before that. Imagine my surprise when I woke up and it was 8:30 in the morning. Not only did I sleep through both alarms, but I was totally confused. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I'm tired, but I'm here. So then I thought I was going to take a nap today. Yeah, that didn't work out well. Um, well, you missed all my stuff. I went through everything that I made that I still have in stock because I'm getting it ready for the garage sale. And of course, Medic and Sarge took claim on a few things. Yeah, I had a late night. I didn't fall asleep till 5 a.m., Roland. Um, the unfortunate side effect to good conversation is my mind gets working. And in a good way, but it is what it is. I'm kind of used to that. This was a rare moment there, or rare night. Normally, it's I would say in a month, probably 5 to 10 times, I get the insomnia thing going on, and had nothing to do with you, Roland. And when that happens, it's gangsta. When that happens, I just do what I do. I deal with it. Look, RB, you know he's my man crush. You know, you would even have to ask that question. Of course, he kept me up. Um, no, we were on the phone that late. Yeah, that's what I mean, Jessica. There's no rhyme or reason to it. I was exhausted. I was tired, and there was just no sleeping. So 94. Goodness sakes. Where are you, Sue? What part of the country? What part of the world? You probably told me before, but I have zero memory. Oh, you're not that far from me. It's that hot there? Wow. Wow. Yeah, I'm in New York, near, I'm 1 hour from Lake Erie. So I'm in between, or not Lake Erie, Erie, Pennsylvania. Absolutely, RB. There's nothing like it. Okay, so you're south of me then. Harrisburg is about 6 hours away. Robs, how are you? I always Robs. Rob, how are you? Excuse me. Um, it was extremely muggy and warm this morning, and we were not supposed to get rain, but we did. Thunderstorms came through. I was pretty annoyed by that. And we had a high of 82. So the rain did help drop the humidity a bit, cool it off. It's 77 degrees now, and it's going to be another, and it's going to go down to 73, but we're supposed to have rain tomorrow as well. Man, I can't win. Yeah, I'm doing good, Rob. Um, I didn't do a live cutting on the scroll saw tonight because I'm trying to get ready for a garage sale this coming weekend. And I needed to sort through all my stuff. That's why earlier on in the live stream, I showed all of those. Uh, Hold on a moment. Thank you. Thank you for handling that, whoever it was. Um, were you able to hide them from my channel? So I forgot. Oh yeah, earlier on I was showing all the different pieces that I've made in the last 6, 7 months that I still haven't, the ones I haven't sold, and I needed to sort through them so that I could finish some pieces because early on I didn't finish a lot of them. And what I mean by finishing would be this here. Oops, it's upside down. Pardon moi. Is to paint them, get them all ready for somebody to use. Grandpa, is Grandpa here? Thank you, Michelle. Um, why don't I see him? There he is. Grandpa, hi. How are you, hon? Good to see you. Glad you're here. I'm just right sorting through all the ones that I want to sell. Um, so I mean, if you're interested in seeing any of those, you can just replay the first 45 minutes of my live stream. I do like the leaf. I think it's pretty, Sue. I don't. I'll throw a few more up here that I've done. If you've been following my channel and watching some of my videos, you'll have seen me actually making these. That's another one of my. I don't know if I want to sell that one. I might. But the idea was for me to sort through a lot of this stuff for the garage sale. Thank you, Rob. I am high. How are you? You can't say that, Grandpa, because you're always high. There's never when you're time when you're not. But I'm a 420 girl. My birthday is 420. That's my favorite. And this is my absolute favorite. I've made 6 or 7 of those so far. 5 or 6. I don't know. I don't keep track. But the Tree of Life is my absolute favorite. Yeah, I do too, Roland. I've got a ton of stuff. I've got a lot of electronic stuff. What do I call it? Electronics. The electronics in the sense of kits that you can solder a kit to make stuff. Um, I worked at Radio Shack for 4 or 5 years, something like that. And when they started going out of business, I bought out a lot of their stuff. And so I was into soldering on circuit boards, making different things. I never really got into Arduino. I think that's how you say it. Although I had it all, I have since sold that on eBay. But um, I really loved putting something together and adding a battery and have it come to life. It was really cool. But it got old fast. That's why, and I had spent a lot of money there, a lot of money at Radio Shack, like most of my darn paychecks. But that's why I was hesitant on doing the scroll saw, because I really like what I'm doing, but I did want to start another project, invest some money into it, and then walk away. But I don't see me walking away from this anytime soon. I absolutely love the cutting. And I don't know if you've noticed, some of you that watch my live streams, I get into a zone when I'm cutting and I totally forget to talk. because I'm focused, I'm zoned. It's almost like a meditative state, and so I love it. Well, that's the thing, Roland. There's nothing I can't fix. Once I started doing the electronics, I started getting into that. I had purchased some battery operated lights, and they were LED, and you had three AA batteries in them. Okay, well, they lasted maybe an hour and a half. Hi, John. How are you? So what I did was I put in between the batteries and the circuit board. Oh, I forgot what it's called. Not a diode, but it reduces the power consumption from the battery to the lights. So the lights were dimmer, but the batteries lasted 4 hours instead of an hour and a half. So it wasn't drawing such a large quantity of power to light the lights. I can't believe I don't know what they're called. That has been this kind of day. Resistor. Thank you, Roland. Oh my God. So what I'm keeping though, these are a bunch of kits that I have that you can put together and all the parts are in them to make it. Um, but what I'm keeping is Radio Shack had parts drawers with resistors, the diodes, switches, all kinds of stuff that you could buy. You could buy just about anything you needed electronically. And when they were going out of business, all that stuff in those parts drawers were pennies on a dollar, and I bought them all. And then I bought the parts drawers as well. I don't utilize them that way. The parts drawers I use for something else. But yeah, so I just put resistors in all the lights that I had bought, and I got a lot more life out of them because it wasn't drawing so much from the. I mean, it was totally ridiculous. An hour and a half with three batteries, that was stupid. LED lights are not designed to eat batteries up like that. But, it's from China, so what do I expect? But that's the kind of stuff I'll do. I'm confused. Uh, are you talking to me, John? Because I didn't know my saw was broken. I might be broken. Can't blame the saw for that, though. Uh, Hi, Amy. Excuse me. Yeah, y'all have great minds. That has been the theme, though, for me not remembering words today because when the brain's tired, it's tired. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. Really liked working at Radio Shack. That 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 job cost me a lot of money. Um, the nice thing about that is when they started doing cell phones, well, I was able to try just about everything. And when I was selling the cell phones, I was able to see just what through my customers. John, I haven't decided what my next project is. Thank you, Sue. Allow me to check real quick so I know what you're after. Yeah, you got the right email. And it's a different name than Sue, right? Because I don't want to say it if you don't want me to. I miss Radio Shack too, Grandpa. Yeah, all of them went under. I actually left before that happened because I stopped working to take care of somebody full time. Okay, yes, I got your email. Still waiting for medic to do that. He's probably sleeping by now. I haven't seen him in a spell. Yeah. Yeah, I have all kinds I mean, a lot of the stuff I have is still brand new in the package. But you know how they had those kits where you could put together a Christmas tree or a little fireplace or make a little transistor radio, and it's just a circuit board, right? It's not all the outside casings, or to make it all pretty. So I started making that stuff because in my mind, Radio Shack's about building things, and that's because I was a manager in the store, so that stock never moved. It was the rare person that would come in to get those to make them with their kids or whatever. So I started making them. I would bring in the finished product, put the kits in a basket with the finished product operational, and I sold all the stock in the store. And I always thought their demise was getting away from that part of what they originally started out as. That was their demise. They tried to become a Best Buy. They tried to become something they weren't. And my thoughts on they should have started doing classes or something where they could teach people how to make stuff. Give these young kids, simple, stupid product. Now I understand there's liabilities with soldering guns, right? But there is a way that you can make it work. But I kid you not, every kit in the store was sold within 3 months of me doing that because people had no idea. Oh, yeah, my son does that stuff. Like it reminded them around Christmas time, and I had fun building them. No, there's nothing, Roland. Not a thing. It's ridiculous. They don't know how to create. Kids are not taught. I mean, they don't even have wood shop in schools anymore. They have BOCES programs for the kids that are in school that you know uh, choose not to participate. It's like an optional program just to get a GED. It's ridiculous. There was no wood shop when I was in school. I would have loved that. That would have been a blessing. But everything happens the way it happens. I'm glad I'm into it now. And a lot of it too is, you got both parents working in the households. A lot of these, there's no time. You know, and I'm not saying parents don't interact with their kids, but how much energy do you have? You work full time. I work full time, and most of the jobs I work were extremely physical. I was exhausted when I got home. But I taught my son how to fix stuff. I taught him that early on. Oh, mom, it broke. Let's go buy a new one. I couldn't afford to buy a new one of anything. And so I taught him how to, if it ain't, it's broke. You can't break it anymore. Open it up and see if you can figure out what the problem is. And he was able to garbage pick game gaming consoles. I think it was PS2 at the time, and fix them, and then turn around and sell them. He'd garbage pick them. People would throw them away. It's a throwaway society. Yeah, I wish. If I want to learn something, I just figure it out and learn it. I mean, that's what I did with the scroll saw. You know, I watched a lot of videos and which were useless, which is why I did this channel was to show the reality of learning. And as far as what my next project is, and I don't know if I finished that thought, John. I'm trying to prep for a garage sale Friday and Saturday. So what I was going to do tonight on the scroll saw, and because I got no sleep last night, it just didn't work. I just did not want to get on the saw tonight. I know better. I know better than to do that when I'm tired. And just me not thinking of a word while I'm talking is ridiculous. I can't imagine me trying to use a scroll saw in a functional manner. So I'll have to think about what I'm going to do next Tuesday. I don't even know what I'm going to do for my video this week. So, yeah, a lot more than here, Jessica. Yeah, you know what, Sue? That's exactly it, right? Um, Kids aren't taught the basics of life, period. I grew up, my dad owned a service station for 30 years, so I grew up around working on cars. Um, and, but I wasn't taught. I'll give you a funny story. If anybody knows, if you don't understand the humor in this, I know a lot of the guys that work on cars and know cars, they're going to get it. The very first car I got and the very first tune-up I did, my brother says to me, "You take off those wires there and put on the new ones." Now, because my dad didn't allow me in the shop early on, I didn't know much. But when I got a car, I was determined to learn. So I took off all the spark plug wires. And then I go get the new ones and I look at my brother. I go, "Well, how do you know where they go?" Because they were all different sizes. He laughed at me so hard and I was pissed. I'm like, "Why didn't you tell me to take them out one at a time? Take them off." I mean, I didn't know. I truly didn't know. So from that moment on, I never asked that brother ever again what I needed to do on a car. I got the manuals that they had really good shop manuals for each individual car back then. They're garbage now as far as I'm concerned. But I went into the shop manual for my car and I just did the work. I read, I learned. Um, that was it. There was no, I was not going to let that brother do that to me again and get a good laugh at my expense. Although he was nice enough to show me where in the shop manuals, as far as that they use, where to look up my vehicle and find out what order they go in. That was so nice of him. I mean, I look back on it now, it was funny, but I did what he said, take those off and put these on. You know, that one word, the, the one part of the sentence that he missed was one at a time. Take these off one at a time. Yeah, you know, I come from a very creative family, but I also come from a very dysfunctional family. So, yeah, I know, Roland. It's everything. But I did my best to teach my son a lot of the things, and he does his own work on his vehicles. Now, he doesn't take it to a shop unless it's something that you need shop equipment to do, but otherwise, he does all his own work. Early on, he didn't want any part of it. He would get mad at me when I was working on our cars to keep them going because I wasn't playing with him. I said, "You want to learn how to do this?" No. It wasn't until he got closer to wanting to have a car that all of a sudden he realized the money that goes into taking it somewhere to have it done versus doing it yourself. And then my son decided he wanted to buy cars that needed a gas tank. And on the third one, the third car that he chose to buy that needed a gas tank because it leaked, I told him, "Next time you're on your own. I am not getting under this car to do any more cars to do gas tanks. Buy a car that has a gas tank that doesn't leak. Yeah, it's ridiculous what kids don't know. They look at you like you're speaking a foreign language when you try to show them something that makes sense to do, and they're lost. They're totally lost. I mean, all these companies that need people to work, you know, there's nobody to work because nobody has a work ethic anymore. Young people, they have no clue. The last job I had was a cashier, and a lot of the young people that came in, boys mostly, had no idea how to count change. Mathematically, they had no clue. And on on the computers that we had in that particular store, the change due to the customer was only up there for like 5 or 10 seconds. So if you looked away and it was gone, you were screwed if you couldn't figure it out. Um, Basic math. I mean, some of the things I wished that was part of my curriculum growing up. I had business math, which showed you how to use checkbooks and that kind of stuff, right? Balancing checkbooks. And I had no interest in the class for girls because I knew how to sew, I knew how to cook. I grew up with that and I knew how to do that stuff. So I had no interest in taking those courses. But what I wished would have been in there is along with the checkbooks, okay, mock households. You know how now they have mock children because these young people are getting pregnant. And so, you have to have a kid for a week, a baby that's a mechanical baby for a week. They should have done that with owning a home, paying bills, all the things that we would need to know when we're out of school and moving out on our own. You know, all my parents ever said is, we can't afford to do that. And I never understood why because they didn't teach me, even my family didn't teach me, well, these are the expenditures. They didn't have to tell me how much. We pay a mortgage, we pay utilities, we have to pay for repairs, we have, all these things where money goes out. And, you know, well, that's the thing, Roland. We discussed that last night. I'm glad I'm not going to be around for that generation that's coming. Uh, I might be here, but not for any length of time. Oh, I gotta stand up. Oh my God. Mm. So yeah, it's sad. You know, I think there's a lot of things. Of course, hindsight is 2020, but there's a lot of things that I could have done years ago. For example, even using a scroll saw to earn an income. But what I've noticed in the generation I grew up in, what I noticed is a lot of people were told what they can't do. A lot of kids were told they can't do something, and I never understood that. And I'm that rebel. Don't tell me I can't do that. I'm going to prove you wrong. And that's just what I say to this day. I've always been that rebel. I was never uh, I didn't go about it the right way. But oh, Michelle, I just now read your text message, silly girl. Um, where am I going? I'm a looking. I'm a looking. Okay. Um, Let me do something here. Sorry. Okay. Now I'm confused. Doesn't take much to confuse me on a day like today. I'm not in the chat just yet. Okay, let me do this real quick. There, done. I don't multitask well. All right, there we go. Sorry about that. Um, I'm not sure where things are going with each new generation coming up, right? I can only hope that somewhere along the line, some of these young people will wake up and realize some things. Um, I guess I had to learn the hard way for a very long time, and I'm okay with that. But I had a desire to learn, even if it was the hard way. And when you learn the hard way, you don't make a lot of mistakes twice. Although there were several that I made many times because I'm a stubborn Italian. Ooh, it's getting late. Pounding water. Yummy. It does roll in, but I like to think that I'm proof that that's not the case. There's a quality of the parenting that I received while they did the best that they could. You know, like I did the best I could with what I had to work with what they had to work with. I think as my dad got older, um, he knew he knew what it was that messed most of his kids up. And the one thing he shared, which was really a big moment for me, although he doesn't realize it, was that he was brought up that way as well. You know, you don't know what you don't know. It's but you know, with a man, men, and I'm not don't not knocking any men here. Ego is a tough thing to overcome, to admit to yourself, not to anybody else, to yourself, that maybe you're not right. And it's not losing face in front of people. It's losing face in the mirror. So, you know, ego's big. And I had an ego because I grew up with all men. So, and my mother wasn't really a huge influence a huge feminine influence in my world. So I got nothing bad to say about that. It's just the way it was. So yeah, you know, ego is ego is huge when it comes to that. It's just nobody likes to admit that they're wrong. Number one, especially to somebody else. But if you can't admit to yourself, man, there's something clearly wrong with that. It took me a long time to be able to apologize to somebody and say to them, you know, you were right, and I'm sorry. I'd like to just genuinely apologize. In some cases, it was F you, and in other cases, they were humble. They not humble. They were I don't know, just glad that I apologized. But for me, in my growth spurt, and I tell you, I had a growth spurt in the last 10 years. And that growth spurt, I was looking in the mirror a lot, because my world was not going in the direction that I felt it should. And so there was only one place to look, and that was in the mirror. If I wanted to have a different life, then I had to make changes. There you go, Roland. Graciously accepting the apology. There you go. That's it. Some people don't even know how to handle an apology. It throws them for a loop. I mean, I've specifically said to somebody, "May I speak to you?" You know, because we were at odds, and may I speak to you for a minute? And they had no clue that an apology was coming. They didn't know what to say. Oh, thank you, Jessica. But everybody has, though. You're in a shrink spurt. Uh, I'm my own shrink. Uh, yeah, no. Oh my God. What we got going here? Jessica's probably knitting or something, or crocheting. There's really nothing to look at, so. Oh, I small. I have no idea what that means. And I always think too about, when you tell your story, we re we rewrite our story every day that we wake up. So I don't have stories to tell that are um, awful stories. Ah, oh, thank you, Michelle. So, anywho, I think though that let's see, we'll go another 12 minutes. I'll hit the 8 o'clock mark, 8:05, something like that, and then we'll bounce pre-shrunk. Hmm. There you go. A lot of times I'll do that, Jessica, when I'm in somebody's live stream. Um, Mayhem and Miracles would be one of them. A lot of times I'm busy in the afternoons when she has hers going. I come in and say hi, and I'm just running it. Um, I don't necessarily listen though, but it all depends on what I'm doing. That's why I liked when UK Medic and Poker Rossi did the morning ones. I have more time in the mornings to sit and chat versus once the day gets going. Make it spin? Okay. I can do that. Call you Dizzy Lizzy. Oh, I didn't want to do that. What the heck? I pushed it the wrong way. Yeah, that's the perfectionist in me. It's got to be centered. Although my banner's in the way now. What the heck? Light up another one, Grandpa. Y'all are going to get dizzy now. Yeah, I thought about the turntable and some of the other pieces that I have. And I have two cameras. I could have done one camera for the side view of the turntable and one camera for on top. Um, but I was lucky to do what I did today, honest with you. So how's everybody? What's everybody going to do for the rest of their day, the rest of their night, depending on what it is? Roland is the rest of his day. Almost everybody else is the rest of their night. Okay, Grandpa. Sorry. Did this straighten it out for you when I turned it on? Oh, you're still hanging, Poker Rossi. Thank you. And I did reply to Medic's email. Oh, nice. Yeah, I know, Michelle. I don't plan on going to sleep soon. Um, if I go to sleep before 9 o'clock, I'm up at 3 or 4 a.m. That is not happening. I would love to be able to sleep in. I was surprised that I woke up 8:30 is when I woke up this morning, and that's late. Um, but I never sleep more than 5 to 7 hours. More six. Six is the usual. So if I go to sleep anything time before 10, I'm guaranteed to be up between 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning. So, which is fine. I don't mind that because I get a lot of stuff done that early, like a pot of coffee, a couple of packs of cigarettes. No, I'm kidding. Pot of coffee, I'm not kidding about. Um, and that's when I like to watch a lot of people's channels to support other channels. That's when I go through and watch all them if they're there. I would love to be able to sleep in. Gosh, when I was younger, I could sleep 12 hours. It was great. And then during certain years of my life, I didn't sleep for days. Yeah. During my young and dumb years. I had fun though. And I think I told you that last night, Roland. I have no regrets. None. I think when people regret a lot of things from their lifetime, uh, you too, Grandpa. I'm not going to be on much longer. Thank you for coming in. Sincerely appreciate you being here. Uh, they have all these regrets. I mean, as my dad got older, he did. And it's like, no regrets. None. When I walk out the door of this lifetime, I'm going to be content with everything, which I'm pretty much there now. But things do creep up once in a while. You can't remember your entire life. But it's amazing how things will creep up and pop up at certain times. They're going, oh, I have to address that. I do feel a lot of people put too much emphasis on the past. Correct, Roland. Absolutely, it's our teacher, and that's exactly what I've been doing when different things pop up for me. It's that's I'll just say, oh man, that was awful. That sucked. I did not like having to go through that, or I didn't like that I did that to somebody. All I can do is learn the lesson, and figure out what it was for that particular instance of what I need to figure out and release it. A lot of it's that little girl in me, that little child in me that was just her needs weren't met when she was growing up. And her needs have been met since I grew up. And the reality is, I had to meet the needs. I'm the one that needed to meet those needs. Nobody else could meet my needs, meaning, they couldn't give me what I could give myself as an adult. I'm kind of enjoying, not enjoying. How do I want to say that? I'm at peace with how people react to certain things now, with where I'm at. I'm at peace with it. I'm not enjoying how they're reacting to me. I'm at peace with it because it's really not important what they think, how they feel, etc., etc. Um, Absolutely content, Michelle. 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes, my friends. Throw it at me. What do you want to know? I'll either answer or I won't. Sometimes I feel like a nut. Sometimes I don't. Well, how many people do you know that are at odds and at war with themselves? You can see it in how they carry themselves because they're looking for that peace outside of themselves. No, not yet, Roland. I probably should have watched those. Maybe they would have put me to sleep last night. No, I didn't. If I were to sit and watch any videos today, it would not have been. I would have gotten nothing done. I had to keep moving. Uh, yeah, no. But I will start on those tonight. I was very interested in seeing. There was something else that I saw today. Um, Part of the conversation that we covered. I saw something today where somebody else had a similar story, but the outcomes were like night and day. I mean, exact as far as circumstances, circumstances, and the outcomes were so different of where and it's a man, and where this man is today versus where you are today. And I mean, our outlook and our focus, and this goes for anything. I gotta put the trash out tonight. Our focus in life needs to be in the present. We need to be, you know, a lot of things may have happened and it sucked. It just sucked. But dwelling on that, and I don't know. I don't know else. Yeah, I don't know how else to say it, but it was just. And when I read that today, I was like, it was a book. The guy wrote a darn book about it, which is fine. But I couldn't read too much because reading puts me to sleep. I don't care how good a book is; it puts me to sleep. Um, just was fascinating. I'm really fascinated with how people um, process things. You line up five people in a row, you show them the exact same apple in your hand, and all five of them will give you a different description of that apple. It's just amazing. Ah, well, it looks like my tree of life will have found a new home, and I'm excited about that because I want to make another one. Therefore, I might even do that for my next live stream. That's going to be a long one. No, we ain't doing that for the live stream. It is all about perception, Roland. But yeah. I mean, even people see colors differently. And it's a red apple in my hand, but there's several, unless they're colorblind. But I mean, they're going to have a different shade of red. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Sometimes the sticker price scares people away, but I haven't had a problem with that on the trees at all. It's too bad because I really like this one. I like everything though that I sell. That's the bad part. I don't have enough walls in my house to put all this stuff on the walls, nor do I have walls that look nice to do it. It's a mobile home. There's way too much paneling in this place. The first thing I did when I bought this place and moved in is painted over the paneling in the bedrooms. Good God. But this was manufactured in the 80s, so that was the thing then. I like paneling as an accent, but not on all four walls. Well, I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your day. Oh, rest of your evening. I'm going to go. Y'all take care. And I thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I realize it wasn't what I usually do, but then again, I'm not one to do the usual. You can't rely on me to be dependable. All right. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you all. I hope you have a blessed day, evening, and we'll talk again. Take care, Roland, Jessica, Michelle. Thank you for moderating tonight, Michelle. Sue, if you're still here, Poker Rossi, Medic. Wake up, Medic. Grandpa's already gone. Thank you, everyone. I hope you have a blessed day. Take care. Bye bye.